Hi everyone. So today I wanted to show you how we can grow some very hot chilies even in colder countries like in Germany where we currently live. So in the video, the variety of chilies are from the South Indian region of uh, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Um, so I mean, like all you know, like a good hot chili needs plenty of sun, which means that your plants should start flowering and fruiting around the summer season in this part of the world, which is about like June, July, and August. So that means if we take precautionary steps of growing the plant well before that, one can expect a nice harvest around summer. So to make the plants grow by the summertime, what we do is start sowing the seeds already in the end of February. So usually the weather here is so that by mid of April also the temperatures start to be around two digits, like 15 to 20. And then by first week of May you would have temperatures about 20 and to 25. So the chili plants really like to be in a warmer weather. So when we first sow them and until the temperatures outside go consistently above 25 degrees, we keep them always inside the house where the temperature is warmer. So I will show you how we start our seeding procedure. It starts from our kitchen bottle of chilies which we use in our cooking. And all I do is, so at the bottom of the bottle there are always some seeds that come out of the chilies from the regular use, and you just take some of them. So like so, and put them in a wet tissue. So you can see I've taken a tissue and then completely soaked it in water and then put those chili flakes in, chili seeds in there, and wrap them in like very nicely and keep this wrapped tissue moist all the time for at least about uh, 24 hours or even 48 hours. And once you do that, like after 48 hours, you can take out the uh, seeds and put them in small sapling containers. So we've already done that quite some time ago. So our seeds were sown in end of February, and after like 2 days of soaking like this, like I showed you now, we put them in small sapling containers, for example like this one. So we had just filled up with some soil and then put these seeds about like 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeter deep into the soil and cover it and keep the soil moist. And you can also make like a mini greenhouse like area by covering the top of the sapling container with cellophane tape and let it directly under sun. So it the any seed, when it wants to grow into a sapling, it needs like a humid region with a lot of sunlight. So when you do that, in about 15 days, the seeds start germinating, and in another 20 days or so, you start getting saplings of about 3 to 4 centimeters long. So here is one of the sapling. This is not the regular chili. This is a naga pepper chili. So, but this sapling has come out in so this is about 3 months old now, but this is of a variety which grows very slow, but I'm just showing as an example. So these seeds, they come to about this size in about 1 month after germination, which means 1.5 months after the uh, sowing of the seeds. Once we have them of this size, we have to transfer them to a bigger pot. So you take this plant, carefully take it out and transfer to a bigger pot. So, okay, we don't have a lot of space and not a very big container, so we just used a big storage tub because it has a very nice uh, nice space. And so we just planted about 6 plants in this tub. So there is like one, two, and like three, four, five, six. So there are six of them. And so after we transferred them in a week, so we had to do a very important step, that is pruning. So as you can see, this particular plant has its head chopped off. And this looks a bit cruel, but for a healthy plant to grow, you have to chop this head so that this tiny small shoots, like on this one, and there is one here, they will start growing. Then you have multiple branches to the plant instead of just one big long thing going. So this we did on these plants as well. So for example, in this one, so this is a nice tall plant of about like 30 centimeters tall. So when we pruned, the plant was of this size. So in fact, this is the point where we had chopped its head off. And only after that, these side branches started growing tall, and you can see that is what is making up the bush, like very thick bush. So you have like one, two, three, three branches to give you fruits. So in fact, in some of them, they have like in this one, there is one, two, three, four, so four branches, and in this there are like 7 branches. And we also have flowers in this. So this is after, this is in their 5th month of germination. So we got them out in end of April because this time the cold temperatures persisted even into May. So we had to wait long before bringing these pots out. So these came out in mid of in beginning of May. Yes, in beginning of May. And since then they have always been outside in nice warm weather, and this year the temperatures also hit 40, so which is a bumper for these chili plants. And so there are lots of buds coming out. Some of them are flowering, and hopefully they will also turn into chilies. And sometimes it may happen that after these buds and flowers form, you don't get chilies at all. But one of the reasons for that would be that your flowers did not pollinate to form into a fruit. So usually wind does the job or some bees do the job. So we have a balcony with quite open barricade, which means there is place for wind to pass through, so they may pollinate themselves, but we don't want to lose our chance of getting chilies, so we can also artificially pollinate it. So if you look at the flower, apart from the petals, there are these green shoots which are called stamen, and these are the ones that contain pollen. And one has to rub this pollen onto the central strand, which is called stigma. So like that, onto this yellow strand, and that completes the pollination. Second way is just shaking the plant roughly like that when there are plenty of flowers, and that will also pollinate it. Then I'll get back to you when the chilies form on these plants. Bye.